All right. Good morning. Trivia time. Pop quiz time. All right. First person to tell me what this song is from wins something. A t-shirt, whatever. We'll figure it out. You got your typing fingers warmed up? Are you ready? Are you ready? All right. Here we go. First person, tell me what this is from. Here we go. Sea Dog Morgan. And D4. But Sea Dog was first. Somebody said Rudy. Somebody said Rudy. What the hell said Rudy? Rudy.
At H&R Block?
No, not H&R Block. We know it's tax season. Don't remind me. One of y'all said, who said Rudy? Somebody said Sling Blade. Who said Rudy?
Uncle Lou, I'm going to bring you in.
I'm not talking to him. I really don't want to talk to him.
Does it get faster? Does it get faster? There we go. Maybe. Oh, we're getting excited now. He's about to get his one sack, ain't he? I'm not going to lie, that is a pretty good theme song, isn't it? The Rudy song, I'm not going to lie, that's pretty good.
So after breakfast.
Hold on.
Power.
No. Look at this turd. Come on, Rudy! Let's go!
Pizza or salad? Which one do you think I'm having for dinner tonight? Well, it's not this. It's definitely not this rabbit food. Why? Because this is going to do nothing but leave me craving this. All you have to do to...
Shut the hell up. Tool bag? I'm having pizza. Eat your little salad. Appreciate y'all tuning in this morning. Have a good weekend. Anyway, what's going on? I don't know. Nothing. Gunner Stockton, the UGA, no big deal. Ain't no big deal, is it? Jackpot, I see you in here. No big deal. Gunner Stockton. We get one of these every year or two. So, no big deal to me. Probably a big deal to Jackpot, though. Have they ever signed a 5-star quarterback? You almost had one, didn't you? You almost had you one, Jackpot. You almost had you one. Slipped right through your fingertips, didn't he?
UncleLou, I'm going to bring you in.
I'm not talking to him. I really don't want to talk to him.
I didn't mean to do that. I meant to hit this one.
I'm just a little bit perturbed.
They wouldn't let you put stock in GameStop. They closed it all down yesterday. The game is rigged, sir. They shut it all down yesterday. All you could do was sell it. You couldn't buy it. Guess what happens when you can't buy a stock? The price goes down. But it's back up today, though. You can buy it again today. South Carolina's almost dead. I don't think BVD tender is going to last. I haven't heard anything more about it. Well, I have an update for you today, sir. I have an update for you today. I mean, Tinder BVD doesn't start till February. But you want a January update, I will give you one. What's up, Ethan? I'm doing good. How are you, sir? Big Daddy Trucker, Doc Salt Army, Falona Cruz, Mountaineer Mike, Gutter Waffle House Gator, Hound Dog, Ballard Sports Media says South Carolina's almost dead. Ballard, who wins 8 games first? South Carolina or Tennessee? It's a fair question. I mean, Neo, we got the account set up a couple of weeks ago, but we were going to let it run for a couple of weeks before we really started talking about it every Friday. But I do have an update today. And it's not good. It's not good news for our boy BVD. Damn, Ballard says Carolina will win 8 games first. Not even a debate. C-Dog, email me your address, and I'll send you a LouTube shirt for you to wear to all those Georgia games you like to go to every year. USC Junior might not win an SEC game next year. What? Really? I don't know about that. Vandy's still pretty bad. And they might beat Tennessee. That'd be 2 wins, 2 SEC wins. Josh Heupel looks like a manager at Kroger. Why is a Kentucky fan talking about Kroger, though? That's what I want to know. I don't think he thought that through. I don't think you thought that through. C-Dog, don't you live in the Atlanta area? Are you coming to the Slob Olympics? I don't really have any plans for the show today, just to let you know. In fact, this really isn't even a show. This is a stream. Chess invited me. Yeah. Oh, okay, good. Reckon what you run the 40-yard dash in? 5.5 or so. I'm gonna say about 5.5. Y'all know that Denzel movie comes out today. If you have HBO Max, you can watch it at home. If you don't, you carry yourself to the movie theater to see it. Bears, Cubs, Canes says, I'm investing in LouTube stock. Man, that's a sound investment, sir. Thank you for supporting the show, or the stream. This isn't a show today. Thank you for supporting the stream, though. Oh, today's Friday, too. It's picture day here on LouTube. So don't forget, at the end of the show, the highest super chat gets to pick the picture that goes here on the screen next to the schedule. And that picture will remain all next week. The picture you use is up to you. It started out as funny pictures people were sending in, but the last few ones have been personal pictures, people's kids in their college gear or themselves in their college gear. Whatever pic you want to send in, as long as it's YouTube friendly. Pick is up to you. Highest super chat at the end of today's show. I mean, this isn't a show. The end of today's stream, we'll get to pick the picture. So shout out one more time here to Jesse J, last week's winner. It's a picture of him and his boy here in his garage, which, of course, extra points for taking the picture in the garage. I have a soft spot in my heart for all garages, and I always will. I don't blame you, G-Pick. Thoughts on Dan Mullen's QB coach hire? As a Florida fan, I'm mad about it. I'm going to be honest. I didn't even know they hired a new QB coach, and I'm not sure who it is. Ballard Sports Media takes the lead with a $6 super chat. Thank you, Ballard. He says, Bears gave me 5. I'm giving you 6. Lou, have a good morning, and woe tide. Thank you, Ballard Sports Media. Thank you, Mikey Joseph, who says, I'm an LSU/SEC fan. I'd love to see Georgia win a natty. Do you think the Dogs have a QB to do it? I do. Georgia's had a good enough team, in my opinion, the last 3 or 4 years to compete for a natty with a quarterback who gave us 2,700 total yards. I think JT Daniels this year will be closer to 4,000 than he will 3,000. So 3,500 or up. No excuses at the wide receiver position. The offensive line will be fine. 3 NFL running backs and a Kirby Smart defense. And, you know, I don't think this year's Georgia defense will be the best that Kirby has had at Georgia, but I don't think you need it to be. You don't need a top 5 defense to win a national title. Top 20, top 25, top 30. If you're scoring 40 points a game with a top 25 defense, pretty good shot. Bacon Ninjet, thank you for the super chat. More LouTube stock, please. Stockpile it. Stockpile the LouTube stock. Mountaineer Mike. Throwing his gauntlet down. Another LouTube stock investment. Thank you, Mountaineer Mike. And thank you for that DB coach, too. That was great. Zach says Ballard has been dethroned. So, you know Colby from the comments section, American Pele from last year's YouTube's Got Talent contest, coming again in May or June of this year, by the way. YouTube's Got Talent year 2, round 2, year 2, whatever. And do it again this year. I think that's still the most fun I've ever had on this morning show was that YouTube's Got Talent contest we did last summer. It was amazing. I hope this year we get even more entries. We gave away $100 last time. If we can get more entries this year than we had last year, I'll give away $200. But Tinder BVD has been an idea we talked about for a long time. We finally put it into motion a couple of weeks ago. Colby Ellis from the comment section, American Pele, has created a Tinder account for BVD. This is all with BVD's permission too, so it's not a catfish situation or whatever. BVD's all for it. But it's basically it's a Tinder account, a BVD Tinder account, but Colby Ellis is running it. So BVD doesn't even have access to it. So he doesn't know who's clicking on him or what. He doesn't know anything. And then every Friday or every couple of Fridays or whatever during February, we're going to have Colby call in, and he's going to give us some updates on what's going on the BVD Tinder account. And he'll send me the pictures of whatever action has been generated. We'll put those up. We'll see what we're working with there on the Tinder BVD. But I do have a disturbing update for this morning, a road bump. Not the end of the road, but a road bump, I think. I received a very disturbing email from our boy, Colby Ellis. Let me find it if I can. Here it is. The account's been up and running for a couple of weeks now. He says, "Hey Lou, I've been trying to get some matches on Tinder for BVD, but no one is responding. I've only gotten 2 matches in the radius of where BVD lives, and that's about it. No conversations. I don't think it's working." That's what I'm getting at. I don't think it's working. Should I switch my location to another state just for the entertainment and try to spark a conversation? Let me know what you think. So I said, well, yes. And I don't know how Tinder works, but I told him to expand the radius as far as you can. Hell, expand it nationwide if you have to. But definitely change it to an area with a bigger population. I don't know how far away that Tinder thing works. BVD lives in a pretty small town. Change it to a bigger area. He said, okay, sounds good. I'll keep you posted. So, like I said, a small bump in the road there, but not the end of the road. Not the end of the road. Dwayne RTR, thank you for supporting the stream this morning with the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you. G-Pick says we should have tried Farmers Only. Yeah, I thought about that. Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, J-Date. J-Date would have been good. We need to get Celine Driver on J-Date. That's what we need to do. No, we're not going to catfish anybody at this point. That would defeat the purpose. We're trying to actually get BVD hooked up here. Pinecone says POF. I don't know what that means. I'm not up on all this lingo. I don't know what all this lingo means, Pinecone. I just found out yesterday what a JIT is, believe it or not. Who in the comment section knows what a JIT is? Oh, plenty of fish. BVD just turned 54. I wonder if that's the problem. Not that BVD is 54, but I wonder if Tinder. I wonder if it's only young people on Tinder, and so they're not clicking on a 54-year-old man. Maybe we need to. Jit is someone who's immature. Jit means kid. Yeah, that's basically what I was told yesterday. Who the hell is Pinecone? Sea Dog says, "Lil Jit who don't know shit." Pinecone says there's plenty of big girls on plenty of fish ready to go. Cheshall, did you hear that? All right, Dwayne, thanks for checking in this morning, buddy. Enjoy your weekend, sir. Lou, check your email. Okay. I will. I haven't gotten an email since midnight last night. So, not sure what I'm checking for. And that was from YouTube. Should probably use Craigslist classifieds under gigs. What type of gig you talking about, Bob? Slim Shady, thank you for the super chat. Sir, he says, what do you call 23 John Deere tractors at a Dairy Queen? Prom night at Alabama. Alabama. I'm from Alabama. Alabama. I'm from Alabama. Man, come on down to Alabama. Come on down to Dairy Queen. Bring your tractor on down there from Dairy Queen, Alabama. Alabama. Put BVD on eHarmony in that. See, here's the problem. Before we did this, we had all these conversations about which one to use. And literally everybody said Tinder. Now, I don't know anything about these things. I've never, so I took everyone's word for it and said, well, let's do Tinder then. But I mean, if Tinder doesn't work, I guess we'll have to try something different. But everybody said Tinder. So, isn't there an R time for old people? See, I don't even know what R time is, but I get what you're saying, and that's what I'm wondering. Is there one of these dating apps that's for older people? Because, they have dating they have dating apps that are for everybody, but then they have so many specific ones now, like Farmers Only and J-Date and Christian Mingle and, all this kind of stuff. We should have set BVD up on one of those sugar daddy websites and made him out like he was a millionaire. BVD will fit right in at eHarmony. Yeah, Dalton. Yeah, Dalton says they have dating apps for every type of person now. Yeah, maybe if maybe Tinder is more, maybe Tinder, maybe BVD is too old for Tinder. And again, that's nothing against BVD about his age. Maybe it's just younger people use. I have no idea. I don't know. Everybody said to use Tinder, so we use Tinder. Now everybody is naming everything else to use. Did BVD quit on Fridays now too? No, I told him to take today off because he had a doctor's appointment. He's supposed to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. He had a doctor's appointment this Tuesday, so couldn't come on. And as he was telling me that, he told me he had a doctor's appointment next Tuesday, and so I said, well, might as well take this Friday off too. I don't really want to say more about it than that because I'll get pissed off. You're never lonely with farmersonly.com. City folks just don't get it. Oh, boy.
Where are all the country girls?
They're at farmersonly.com.
You don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com.
Whoopity doo! Yeah. So, there's that. Prophet, thank you for the super chat. He says, I use BLK. Worked for me. Pete wouldn't miss like BVD misses. I use BLK. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that one. Yeah, Brandon. That yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Captain Trips wants to know if you have to own a farm to be on farmersonly.com. I would guess no, because there's probably plenty of farmers who don't own a farm. Maybe they work on a farm. BLK is for black folk only. Oh, well. Then we can't put BVD on there. He's clearly not a black folk. Putting BVD on the black folk dating site would be like putting Pinecone on JDate. Nobody pissed me off, Christy. Now, if you want to see me pissed off, you can listen to the beginning of last night's show if you want to. D4 is on BLK. He's a quarter black. I'm surprised you got a Zelda question right, CD, because of your age, honestly. I thought maybe it would have had to have been somebody a little older to get that. Congrats to you, sir. Ballard, you've been propping up Auburn. What is this about? Have you really been propping up Auburn? Say it ain't so. Now, Ballard, why would you do that? Is that true? Whoever said something about the email a minute ago, I still don't have an email since 12:30 last night, so you might want to make sure you send it to the right email address, but it's crazyunclelou@gmail.com. crazyunclelou@gmail.com. I don't know if you typed it in wrong or accidentally sent it to the wrong address or what, but I still don't have an email. Ballard is secretly an Auburn fan. Georgia sucks. Okay. Feasting on fastballs. Someone just timed you out for no reason. I'm sorry. I can't undo that. So you can't comment now for 5 minutes. Why would someone, the prophet timed you out. Now, the prophet, why would you time someone out? I need an explanation right now. Why would you time someone out for saying Georgia sucks? Why is that? Oh, he was spamming. Were you spamming? No spamming. Feasting on fastballs. No spamming. Whatever irrelevant comment you have to make, just make it once and be done with it. Who wants to know? Where did UncleLou go? What do you mean? Because you can't see me? See, this is what I tell you. People watch this show on mute. You see that? Christy's watching this show on mute. She had no idea. She had no idea I was here. She thought there was just a picture on the screen. I told y'all people don't tune in for me. They tune in for the comment section. I'm an average YouTuber, but this comment section is the best on YouTube. Period. Yeah. Uh-oh. I'm almost out of coffee here. I found my wife on Craigslist, says Travis Collins. Well, I'm going to assume she's one hell of a massage therapist. Let me be serious. This is a serious show. BVD versus Chess Hall for the main event at the Slobs. Maybe. You think those are going to be the top two Slob Olympians, huh? We will see. We'll find out soon. 5 weeks away to Slob Olympics, Atlanta, Georgia, March 5th through 7th. Come hang out with us. Slim Shady wants me to check my PayPal, which I think is an excellent idea and one that I wish I would have thought of sooner. Thank you, Slim. We'll do that right now. We'll do that right now. For anyone else that might do something that would require me checking my PayPal, there you go. There's the link to the PayPal. UncleLou will get 100% of your stock investment without YouTube stealing half. Mike Reiser, thank you too for hitting the super chat. Both of you, appreciate that. Mike Reiser was first. Let's see what he has to say. Hopefully the joke of the day. Says, I just started a sexual relationship with a blind woman. It's very rewarding, but quite challenging. Took me ages to get her husband's voice right. Oh, you're a filthy human being. You're a filthy human being taking advantage of the blind. That's what you are. Oh, the nerve of this guy sleeping with Helen Keller. It's not right. Slim Shady, thank you, sir. He says, a guy goes into a bar and asks the bartender if he wants to hear a good Alabama joke. The bartender says, before you tell it, you should know that I'm 6'2" and weigh 225 pounds and I'm from Alabama. See that guy at the end of the bar? He's 6'4" and weighs 250. He's from Alabama too. See the guy at the other end of the bar? He's 6'6" and weighs 280 and he's from Alabama too. Now, do you still want to tell your Alabama joke? The guy says, nah. To which the bartender smiles and says, what's the matter? Are you chicken? The guy says, nah, I just don't want to have to explain it 3 times. That one got me, Slim. That was a good one. I hadn't heard that one. That was a good one. The prophet says we need Celine on J-Date. That would be really great to do, but he said before he's not interested in that. And I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do something like I wouldn't do something like that without someone's permission. So Tall Stranger says he finally caught a morning show live. Well, good. I'm glad you're able to tune in for a little bit this morning. Unfortunately, this is probably the worst morning show in history. It's not even a show, really, at this point. It's basically just a stream. Yeah, I really didn't have anything planned for today. I mean, I did, but when that fell through, I didn't have a plan B. So, Trashy Preacher. Good morning, Lou, from the roads of Georgia. Well, good morning. Keep it between the lines if you can. That would be a good idea. UJ Dog says, I'm at work right now, Lou. Me too. Me too, sir. South Carolina lost their running back coach. Oh, no. Oh, no. Now they might not be any good next year. Lou, do you have Hulu? If so, you need to watch the show Letterkenny. I don't think we have Hulu. Is that show an original to Hulu or something, or it only comes on Hulu or what? But I don't think so. Cousin Big Dog says he starts a new job on Monday. That's exciting. It is always exciting to start a new job. Congratulations on that, by the way. I hope it works out for you. The Fighting Cockroaches of Columbia's football program is dead. That's confirmed. Thank you. At Uncle Lou, you can play DJ if you run out of shit to do. I am a hell of a DJ. Shoe Lou. UJ Dog wants to know where the mouth-breathing Fruit Loop droolers are at this morning. Most of them are in math class or something right now. Most of them are in school right now. How's that Atlanta traffic this morning? I would have no way of actually knowing, but I can guess with a high degree of certainty that it's an absolute mess, thanks to the good people over at the Georgia Tech Civil Engineering Department. How many starters coming back for UGA's defense? I don't know the exact number, and it's a hard number to figure out even if you sit down and try to, because we had a lot of injuries this year, especially in the secondary. So we had a lot of guys that didn't start the season as starters that ended up being starters that are coming back. And then when you look at particularly outside linebacker, but really the entire defensive front, we rotate players in and out. I don't like it. Like almost every 2 or 3 plays. So we probably had, if I had to guess, I would say we had between 20 and 25 different guys who started, quote unquote, started on defense last year. A lot of those guys are coming back. But it's easier to talk about how many starters we lost and how many are coming back for that reason. So pretty much the entire secondary, with the exception of Lewis Seen, is gone. Monty Rice at linebacker. Jermaine Johnson at outside linebacker, but he's one of those guys that you even really consider him a starter. Now, he's really good and he played a lot, but, you had him, Azeez Ojulari, who's also gone, Nolan Smith, Adam Anderson. I mean, you had 4 or 5 guys that were rotating in and out. It was hard to tell really who was quote unquote the starter. I think I said a few minutes ago, I don't think this is going to be the best defense Georgia has put on the field in the last 3 or 4 years, but I think it's good enough if the offense is scoring 40 points a game to get them where they want to go. The secondary does concern me early in the year, though, until they get some experience. Mountaineer Mike, thank you again for the super chat. He says, I asked a while back but missed the show. You ever watch Greater? It's on Netflix. Check it out if you haven't. No, I've never. I don't even. No, I don't think. No, I haven't. I'm not sure I've ever even heard of it. Is it a show or a movie? They won't score 20 on Clemson. I mean, there's no. I don't. You don't believe that. If you believed that, you don't believe that. There's no way. No one believes that. I mean, that might be the dumbest comment I've seen all week. Forget just today. That might be the dumbest comment I've seen all week. Georgia won't score 20 on Clemson. Yeah, that's that is the dumbest comment I've seen this week. Did you ever get my email? I'm sure I'm sure I did. Was it the one about lunch money or something? Yeah, I did get that. And I'm sure we can find something for you to do on the Lunch Money Show, especially since it sounds like you're willing to do literally anything. Prophet, thank you for the super chat. He says, are you live streaming the Pro Bowl? Is anyone? I don't even know if cable TV is live streaming the Pro Bowl. Come on. Stop it. No. I'm not watching the Pro. There is no Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl doesn't exist. I'm live streaming the Pro Bowl. Georgia won't score 20 on Clemson. My God. People dumb as doo-doo. Yeah, they might be dumber than doo-doo. I think they are dumber. You have to be. You have to be special needs to honestly believe that. Let's see. See what the Taters did here. Let's see. Gave up 23 to Virginia. Gave up 21 to Syracuse. Gave up 28 to Boston College. Gave up 40 to Notre Dame. 40 to Notre Dame. We didn't give up 40 to Notre Dame total, combined, I don't think, when we played them the last 2 times. But you did. Congratulations, I guess. I don't know. You only gave up 49 to Ohio State, though, so congratulations for that. But, yeah, Georgia won't score 20. No way. Georgia won't score 17. Someone different said. You know, the troll attempt was piss poor when the first person did it. But then when you just copied it but lowered the number by 3, that made it an even worse troll attempt. But a lot of the comments you've made today have been, well, mentally challenged, to say the least. So I don't think anyone's surprised. No, Ballard says Clemson's defense is doo-doo. No, Clemson's defense is not doo-doo, and they'll be better next year. But you don't hold good college teams under 20 points anymore. It just doesn't happen. I mean, I'll bet anybody, any amount of money I can afford, that Clemson won't hold Georgia under 20. I mean, that's just a ridiculous bet. It's just, I mean, it's a ridiculous statement to make. And both people that have said it don't mean it, and neither one of them would bet money on it. That would be almost as dumb as me saying that Clemson won't score 20. I mean, I don't know. A lot of you don't pay attention to football or don't have any idea what's going on. And you do your best to make that obvious with every comment that you make. John, most of the quote-unquote Clemson fans that you see in the comment section making the most ridiculous comments aren't even Clemson fans. They're just trolls. Slim Shady, thank you for the super chat again. He says, what do you call a virgin in Alabama? Faster than her brothers. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's see what GameStop and AMC bottomed out yesterday, but only because they rigged the system yesterday. You couldn't buy it. They took away your ability to buy GameStop, and they took away your ability to buy AMC. Well, when you can't buy a stock and all you can do is sell it, the price goes down. I mean, this isn't rocket science. You don't have to work on Wall Street to understand this. You know, when people buy stocks, the price goes up. When people sell stocks, the price goes down. If they take away your ability to buy a stock, of course the price is going to go down. So GameStop and AMC both bottomed out yesterday. Let's see where they're going to open at today, though. I bet you they're both up again because now they're letting people buy it again now, starting today. Yeah. GameStop closed yesterday at $193 a share. It's going to open at $351 a share. It's up $158 overnight from $193 to $158 now that you can buy it again. So GameStop's going to go up, way up again today. Closed at $193 yesterday. It's going to open at about $350. See, if you could have bought GameStop stock yesterday when it bottomed out around 150, you make a killing today. Let's see. AMC closed at 863 yesterday, and it's up to 1326 in after hours and pre-hours, however that works. But so it closed at 863. It's up almost $5, so it's going to open almost $5 higher now that you can buy it again. Somebody should get sued or something for what they did yesterday. That was wrong. That was wrong. They rigged it. They rig it against you. All right, it took this guy an hour, but he finally got what he wants. He's been trying for an hour straight. You win, sir. You win, sir. I'll give you what you want. You win. Yeah, I saw where some class action suits were being discussed. I mean, that's just wrong what they did. Bubba Griffith says, "We are is BVD." I think you mean where is BVD? As far as I know, he's at home. I don't know that for sure. Manipulating the market is wrong too. That's what, when you take away someone's ability to buy a stock, that's manipulating the market. A bunch of people buying a stock is not manipulating the market. What Robinhood did, what Melvin Capital did, that's manipulating the market. When you say, "Oh no, the hedge funds are losing too much money, let's take away people's ability to buy GameStop," that's manipulating the market. Amazon will put GameStop under. Well, yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with what's going on now. I mean, GameStop is clearly not a successful business model going forward. It doesn't have anything to do with what's going on with the stock right now, though. Right, CB. The hedge funds basically bet billions of dollars that GameStop would fail. And when the price went up, it cost them billions of dollars. What happened, Hufferbilly, is that a bunch of hedge funds shorted GameStop. And I guess you know what that means. But that instead of buying GameStop stock, they bet that GameStop stock was going to go down. And so this group of trolls on Reddit decided to buy a bunch of GameStop stock to drive the price up, which would cost the hedge funds money because they would lose their bet that the price was going to go down. And that's what happened. So every dollar that GameStop price went up cost the hedge fund $1 times however many shorts they bought, which in this case ended up being millions. And it didn't just go up a little bit. I mean, the stock was what, $13 or $14 2 weeks ago? Now it's $350. I mean, it's insane. So basically, the trolls won by just buying stock. I mean, that's all they did. All they did was buy stock. That's it. And the hedge funds lost. But you can't have that. Now, see, me or you can lose. See, if I put my life savings in a stock and I start taking a beating and I'm losing all my money, no one's going to step in and stop that. No one's going to shut the market down. No one's going to halt trading. No one's going to take whatever my money is in, whatever stock or mutual fund or whatever my money is in. No one's going to take that off the market all day one day to stop the bleeding, to keep Uncle Lou from going broke. No one's going to do that. But as soon as the hedge funds start losing, that is what happens, and that's not right. The stock market is legalized gambling. You know, every time somebody wins on the stock market, somebody has to lose. That's the way it works. And it's not right that they can just shut it down when the little guy starts winning. That's not right. Sea-Dog says, just jumped on talking about loosing. That's not for me. Yeah, talking about loosing wouldn't be for me either, because I don't know what that means. If somebody paid me $100 to talk about loosing, I don't think I could do it, because I wouldn't even know where to start. Scott Kerr says you need a guest host this morning. We're almost over now. It's Friday. I'll just end the show a little early today. Thank you, though. No loosing allowed here. Slim says that's why he only invests in gold. Brandon, you need to go public so we can send LouTube to the moon. What if you could buy a LouTube stonk? Wouldn't that be something? Jordan says he only invests in tater juice. Are you going to fire BVD this week or next week? I don't want to fire BVD. That's why I talked him into not quitting. He wanted to quit 3 weeks ago. I talked him into not quitting and doing 2 days a week. But since then, I think he's been here one time. So I don't, whatever. $100 a share for Lou. Well, but how many shares though? In other words, okay, $100 a share, but how many shares are we going to offer? Like what is LouTube worth? If it's worth $100, then that means there's only one share for sale. Vodka Drinker says, I'm going to invest in COVID PPE. Well, about a year ago would have been the time to do that, wouldn't it? CB says LouTube's worth about $350. Damn. I value LouTube at $1.5 million at $123 per share. Brandon says LouTube is worth $19.80. Alejandro says Uncle Lou LLC employees 3. Well, technically, there's no employees of LouTube. There's some, they're contractors. They work for themselves. I don't have actual employees. Grayson says, "Would you hire? Would you hire me? Do you have a particular set of skills?" BVD busy having breakfast with Josh Heupel at Waffle House. Oh, I don't know, Bob. We might do that again. We did that some last summer. The Tinder date will be interesting if we can get him one. That's the goal. Edward usually only calls in on Tuesdays. What do you think of the Gunnar Stockton nonsense from versus Fields 2.0? No, I'm going to stay positive on that. They're spread out a year, which Fromm and Fields were 2, but I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay more positive on that. I mean, if Gunnar Stockton is at Georgia, he's not anywhere else. So, worst case scenario, we're keeping someone else from having him for a year or 2. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. The only thing I know for sure is that Carson Beck will be transferring after this season. I'd be willing to bet on that. That's the only thing I feel sure of. JT Daniels is the quarterback this year, and Carson Beck is transferring after this year. Those are the 2 things I feel like I know. I did hear Tate was transferring again, so I don't know. We'll see. Well, he was committed to South Carolina for a long time, and then the coaching change and all that scared him off, so he decommitted a couple of weeks ago. I didn't think we would get him either. Kind of came out of the blue to me. I didn't see it coming. Could I be your household cook? No. I don't know that I want you in my house every day. Least favorite UGA player ever? Oh, God, I don't know. Jason Stanley, Matt Landers, Grayson Lambert. What was the defensive back's name from 2000? Jawan Briscoe, left tackle Tyler Catalina. I don't know. No, Reggie Davis at least made a few catches. I mean, Reggie Davis wasn't. No, Reggie Davis wouldn't be anywhere on the list of my least favorite players. Cade Mays. No, he's probably not one of my least favorite either. Hot Rod don't want that Adam Vinatieri smoke. Well, Hot Rod took Adam Vinatieri's place, so. No, Brenton Cox not one of my least favorite either, I don't think. Tyler Simmons. Yeah, he's pretty, well. Tyler Simmons at least gave us something on special teams, but, well, not even really that. He had that fumble in the Florida game on a punt when he tried to field it inside the 5-yard line for no reason. Yeah, he's probably on the least favorite list, too. Your least favorite is Isaiah Wilson? Really? It's kind of strange. Zach. I think I heard Chad say Jason Stanley could be 2021 breakout player. Oh, boy. We rode him about that, didn't we? For years. Tyreek Stevenson wasn't great, Slim, but he's not terrible either. And he probably would have played this year at Georgia because we lost so much at the DB position. So I was kind of surprised he left just because we had so many players leaving for graduation or the NFL. I was kind of surprised he left. He was never a starter, but he played. And like I said, he wasn't great, but he was good. He wasn't terrible. You know, he was a good player. I think he would have played a lot this year for Georgia if he would have stayed. So I think y'all are getting like, is he an NFL player? Probably not, would be my guess right now. But you can be a really good player in college and not be an NFL player. You know, that's not really an insult. Just to say someone's not good enough to be in the NFL isn't an insult. Most college players aren't good enough to be in the NFL. You know, so. I think he's pretty good. Got to have Keely Ringo pan out. Can't be another Nolan Smith. I don't really agree that Nolan Smith didn't pan out. I don't like the way we rotated outside linebackers. I don't know why. I don't know why you don't, this rotating Nolan Smith in and out every 2 or 3 plays, it didn't make any sense to me. Same with Jermaine Johnson. Why do you think Jermaine Johnson left? That's why. That's why. Was he play 15 plays a game? It doesn't make any sense. That's why Jermaine Johnson transferred. Jermaine Johnson is good. Losing Jermaine Johnson hurts more than losing Tyreek Stevenson, I think. Jermaine Johnson was good. And he's at Florida State now and it's not because he wasn't playing. He was playing. He played every game. But just, go in for a play, come out for 3 plays, go in for 2 plays, come out for 2, go in for 4, come out for 1, go in for 1, come out for 2, go in for 3. It doesn't make any sense to me. And we do that at a lot of positions that leaves you scratching your head a little bit like, what are we doing here? Nolan Smith is is there anybody that thinks Nolan Smith won't make it in the NFL? I do. I think he will. But God, about Jesus, we never left him on the field. Clemson rotates more guys than anybody in the country and will still produce studs. Well, Georgia produces studs too. The NFL's loaded with them, but I could, a player being great in the NFL doesn't do anything to help Georgia win a game this week. And I don't know where you're getting that information that Clemson rotates more guys than anybody in the country. Georgia started about 25 different people on defense last year and played probably about 30 in every single game. So I don't know. I don't know if you're just making that up or if you just thought it sounded cool to type it out or what. I would like to see our defensive line go back in sync, all move at the same time. Didn't Clemson have a tight end for 10 years? There was a slot receiver, Hunter Renfro. Faux Nickel says, don't think Brock will play much at UGA. Well, I think he should be redshirted probably this year, but I think he'll probably be the starter next year, 2022. Thank you, Slim. Why do folks in Alabama go to the movie theater in groups of 18 or more? Because 17 and under not admitted. Oh, God damn. Oh, boy. Ay, ay, ay. Well, guys, I'm going to get out of here early today. It's Friday. So I'm knocking off early. Is that okay? Y'all cut me a break today. Let me knock off a little bit early this morning. Think that'll be fine? Stock market opens in 8 minutes. I got work to do. It is funny reading like Facebook and Twitter the last couple of days. Like everyone's talking about the stock market, like like they've been investing for years, and they're like they're financial advisors or something. I'm saying I've been doing it too. It's just such a wild story that if you haven't spent any time or you don't know anything that we're talking about with this GameStop story in the stock market, take 10 or 15 minutes today and Google it and read an article, or maybe you can find a YouTube video that's been put out in the last couple of days that explains it or something. But it's just a crazy story. And we talk a lot about trolls and trolling around here. And it basically what has happened is a troll army from Reddit has brought $1 billion hedge fund to their knees. And it's just been funny. It's just a wild story. So even if you're not into the stock market, and I'm not into the stock, when's the last time you ever heard me even mention the stock market? I don't think ever until 2 days ago when I talked about this GameStop story. I'm not really into the stock market either. But it's an interesting story. It involves GameStop. We all know who GameStop is, right? And it involves a troll army. And we all know about trolls. So it's just an interesting story. So if you don't know anything about it, or even if you only know a little bit about it, take 10, 15 minutes today and read like a summary article of what's happened over the last week with this Reddit army versus GameStop versus hedge fund thing, or find a YouTube video or something. It really is a crazy story. And we'll see what happens with it today. But it's been funny to watch. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in this week. I had a great time as usual. I love this morning show. This morning show is probably my favorite show. I love doing this morning show, and it's been really good for me too. as far as taking my mind kind of off of football some, because, I mean, I love football, but I'm going to be honest, 365 days a year, you start to get burned out sometimes, and that was the whole reason I started this show, was to give me a show where I could talk about some things that didn't have to be football related. Not that we don't ever talk about football on here. Of course we do, but I don't ever feel like I have to just talk about football. So this show's been great, and I appreciate all the support you guys have given me really since the very beginning on this show. It's been unbelievable. So I hope you all have a great weekend, great Friday, and a great weekend. We'll do the morning show back next week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 8 a.m. Have a great day and an even better morning, too. Brian Biak, thank you, sir. Says, go Gators. Have a good weekend. You too, Brian. Shout out to everybody with the super chats. Brian, Slim Shady, Scott Kerr, Slim Shady, The Prophet, Mountaineer Mike, The Prophet, Brian Biak, Slim Shady, Dwayne, Mountaineer Mike. You're today's winner, Mountaineer Mike. I hope you're still in here. Email me sometime over the weekend with whatever picture it is you'd like me to put up on the screen next to the schedule next week, and we'll make it happen. Bacon and Jet, thank you for the super chat. Mikey Joseph, Ballard Sports Media, and Bears Cubs Canes. Really appreciate you guys supporting the show. Hit the thumbs up on your way out the door if you hadn't already, and I'll see you right back here Monday morning at 8 a.m. Have a great weekend.